Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Jakks Pacific, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Mario and Luigi. I know this is very different from what I normally do, but I saw these guys and I couldn't resist picking them up. I was like, you know what, I'm going to give them a shot. They look like they tried with the articulation and the features that come along with them. And just right out of the gate, I absolutely love these two, and I cannot wait to get Bowser and Toad. Peach looks cool. I'm worried about her she's going to be a traffic cone, but then her upper torso and stuff like that can move, so we're going to see how that goes. But these figures are so awesome. These are, without question, my definitive Mario and Luigi. Just period. So, without further ado, let's get into what they come with. So basically what they come with, you're looking at it right now. Mario comes with a plunger, which is kind of like a pinkish color. I don't know why it's not red, but it's all right. I mean, plungers do look like this decent amount of the time. But this is really good. I like this. It's pretty cool. It'd be kind of cool if it didn't have this little dent in here, so maybe you could actually stick it to things. But the handle is nice. I mean, there's no real like wood detail or anything to it. There's a little bit actually. Like a little bit when the light hits it a certain way. Yeah, okay, never mind, I take it back. Yeah, there's some detail in it, but no like wash or anything. But it's not bad, I like it, it's pretty good. And then as for Luigi, he comes with a giant flashlight, which is awesome. So, let's put Luigi back down real quick. This is pretty cool. I thought it was gonna be heavy, honestly, but it's actually not that bad. Now, if you probably had Luigi holding it like out like this, it probably would give some issues, you know, and whatnot, and make his hand pull down, but as is, it's not doing too bad. And they actually put a lot of paint detail into this too. We got the like kind of vent back here painted, the button on top, which is really nice. Got the little rivets out here as well, and then I wish that this was actually clear right here. I think that would have been kind of cool. Like they did the eyes to sort of give it that kind of flashlight effect, but it's not bad. You can see the Jakks logo right there. Got the lines as well. This is really nice. This is a nice flashlight. I like it. And you definitely could have it switch into their hands, but it would probably stretch out Mario's hand, and then the plunger probably wouldn't sit all that well in Luigi's hand. Okay, I'll just knock Luigi over then. But it probably wouldn't sit that well in his hand. You can kind of do it, but it'll definitely fall out, so just be careful with that. Let's get into the detail on the Mario Bros. So, first things first, taking a look at the hats, I like that they have this sort of stitch work going on throughout here. Like, instead of it just being a straight up solid piece on the head, they actually put in like the wrinkles and all that stuff, and they look like two pieces, which is really cool. I like that they did that. I also really love the color choices on these guys. I like that I never really noticed that, unless it's just it has to be like this normally, but I never noticed that they actually had different colored overalls. I do like that Luigi's overalls are a little bit darker. You know, it helps distinguish them instead of. And I always love the idea like that Luigi was a little bit taller and whatnot, because really, if they had them be the exact same, he would literally just be Green Mario, and it just would be. Because I think that in the original Super Mario, Luigi was just a green version of Mario. Yeah, I want to say that that's the case, but it's been so long since I played that. But back to the hats, they actually have a little bit of stitch work going on for the M and the L, which is really nice. And they're painted decently well. There's a little bit of scuffing going on with Luigi's L a little bit there, but it's not bad. And then onto the faces. These are awesome. I love the detail that they put into the hair and the mustache and the eyebrows and all that. They look really good on both of them. And then they did do the effect of paintings. And it's really creepy, but also really cool at the same time. So if you just, you look at Mario right here. If I just slowly turn it, his eyes are following you. Just a little bit. I don't know how they did it, but it's creepy as hell, I'm going to be honest. It is cool, though. I do like it. It's pretty cool for photos and whatnot. I also do like the idea. It's such a simple thing that they didn't like add anything to the cheeks or whatnot, but their noses are just a slightly different color. And I do think that's kind of cool. I like that they actually went that extra mile and did that. And speaking of the extra mile and doing that, they actually painted on the sides of their legs the little buttons, the gold buttons, as well as on the front of the overalls. And of course, there's like the stitch work going on, the pockets, everything. The laces on the boots are painted. They sculpted treads onto the bottom. Like, these feel, I mean, they're obviously, you know, they're Jakks figures, so they are, I don't want to say cheap, because I do like the Jakks figures, but a lot of the stuff that they make is more for, like, 5-year-olds and under, you know what I mean? Like, they make, like, the kind of cheap sort of stuff. These feel very high-end, so to speak, in terms of, like, the things that they make. And I would love it if, you know, I mean, honestly, I was going to say I'd love it if, like, maybe another company would try and do these, like, maybe figure arts something, but I have the figure arts Mario, and honestly, this is better. I personally think this is better. I think range-wise, everything is better. There is some improvement for the range, which we will talk about here with the articulation, but I think as is, it's you know, it's pretty fine. But I do have 2 major issues with the articulation, so we'll go over those real quick. As for the heads, they're just on a swivel. That's my biggest issue with them. I wish that they had, well, I don't know if that's necessarily the biggest issue. I think the biggest issue is probably the torso. So both the heads and their torsos are on a swivel, but they easily have enough room. They could have made the torsos ball joints. Like, they can kind of go forward a little bit, just a little though, not anything too terrible, but like, there's enough clearance right here. They could have absolutely given them a really nice crunch, and I think that would have just been really cool. But their heads do rotate. Their shoulders go out that far and then some, which is really good. Luigi's only go up that far though. I don't know why Mario's go more, but whatever. As for their elbows, they do swivel and hinge at their elbows, so they can go about 90, which is pretty good, and then rotate. And then same with Mario. Okay, Luigi's going down, but Mario actually does a little bit less, but it can swivel. On both of those, actually. It swivels at the bicep, like underneath the bicep, and above the forearm. It's a little strange how they have that set up. I don't know why they did it that way, but it does kind of offer a nice, clean aesthetic, I feel like. As we talked about, there is just a swivel with the torsos. Their hands are also on ball joints and just swivel, so there's nothing, you know, too terribly fancy going on there. And then their lower half is where the articulation really shines, and I feel like definitely is probably some of the best that Jakks has done for, like, any of these Mario things. So their legs can go out that far, which is really good, that far forward. They have single jointed knees that go back that far, and then they do have like a ball joint for the ankles, so they can pivot a little bit, go back a tiny bit, and then up a little bit. And we'll show it on Luigi real quick as well, because it is a little different. His go that far forward, out all the way, thigh swivel, single jointed knee that goes back that far, and then same thing, ball joint, so it goes back, forward, and then of course a little bit of pivot going on, but not too terribly much. I think that it's enough for what you need it to do. Like, I have actually kind of screwed around with these guys a little bit just to see what kind of stuff I could get them into. And I think that they can get a decent amount of posing. I mean, obviously nothing, you know, like Mafex-y. Oh my god, imagine Mafex making Mario stuff. Let's go on to some size comparison real quick, and then I will pose these guys up and show you some of the stuff that they can do. So here they are next to, as always, the 20th anniversary Captain America from Marvel Legends, and then the Jada Toys Wolfman. Let's actually get Luigi to stand up a little bit straighter here. There we go. I don't think this is bad. I mean, obviously, like, you could definitely do some crossover stuff if you wanted to, but these are a lot bigger, and they're a lot higher quality than the other Mario stuff that Jakks puts out, and I really like these. The Bowser also, I've seen it in person, but I haven't been able to get it yet. It is massive, and it also has like a cool feature where if you like put water in it, he like projects steam out. Like, that's so cool. I don't know why that's so cool to me, but that's just so cool, especially for how good that thing looks. It's cool that it has a function like that. I can't wait. I can't wait to get Toad, Peach, and Bowser. Those are going to be so cool. And then for Mafex, here they are next to the Hush Superman. And then for some good old childhood nostalgia, we have him next to the Leonardo from the Samurai Turtles, you know, the Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm talking about. This looks good. I like these. I don't know why, but this just is so fun. And this, I honestly may use the 4 of these in a thumbnail, I don't know why, but I just might do it. And then hell, if I even want to bring in real quick, you want to just throw in Storm Shadow. I mean, how many people's childhood is this right now? Like, look at this. This is, or hell, we could even throw in real quick, throw in the 90s Wolverine. Like, damn, look at that. That's a childhood and a half right there. All right, let's try and pose these guys up. So let's take the plunger on Mario. And do that if you wanted to kind of get him into a sort of getting ready to kind of square up pose, like he's getting ready to fight Bowser. Get him kind of a, like you can get a little bit of action out of him, I feel like. There's just nothing like super dynamic that you can do, you know what I mean? And then you do got to worry about the ankle pivot. But like that right there, it's not bad. I think that's good for Mario. Like you can just sort of, like I said, you can get that action pose thing going on. Luigi's hand is a little tight though. Their hands are very hard plastic, so just be careful when trying to put the flashlight in the hand. But if you wanted to, let's try getting Luigi into like maybe a running pose with the flashlight out. So he's like maybe running from ghosts or something. And then unfortunately they don't have any peg holes in the bottom of the feet because like you could absolutely drill them into it, but like it'd be cool if they did have peg holes, so maybe you could use like the McFarlane stands on them. But their thought process probably was, well, their feet are big enough. Yeah, their feet are big enough, but they're not big enough to compensate for their heads, I feel like. I don't know if we can pull this off with Luigi. I bet you I can if I had a little more time here, but I want to try and get this out here just real quick for you guys. So if you want to lean him up against Mario, you probably could. No. Let's try just something a little more dynamic, maybe, or something a little more akin to what Mario's doing right now. So like Luigi's shining the light and Mario's getting ready to throw down. Like you can get just kind of basic things like that out of them. And I think that's fine because, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'll even pose them like this on the shelf. I may just have them in a vanilla pose because they look so good. They're just so eye-catching. Like having a big Mario and Luigi like this, like they're bigger. Like, I mean, obviously I did the size comparisons. They're pretty solid in terms of their scale. But having these two, you know, and then having Toad and Peach on the sides of them and then Bowser towering over them behind them, that's going to be a beautiful display. And I for one, love these. Like I said, they are my definitive Mario and Luigi that I have, and I make no bones about it. I love it. So if you are a fan of, because I think these also are perfectly fine for just getting Mario and Luigi. Like they don't have to be movie ones if you don't want them to be. So, but I for one, I'm excited for the movie. I am. I think the animation looks really good, and I'm just excited to have a fun Mario movie, and I think it will be. So I hope I'm right, but we'll see. So yeah, that's going to do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. Let me know again if you guys want to see Bowser and Peach and Toad. I will happily do those. But yeah, see ya.